So here we are again. Call of Duty Treyarch just dropped a new dev talk video, the launch to Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Let's check it out. All right, so before we begin this video, just know November 14th, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 drops. So this is coming out 2 days early. Let's see what they have to say.
Hey everyone, Matt Schrantz, Design Director at Treyarch here.
Hi, I'm Yale Miller, the Senior Director of Production, and we're here today for our final dev talk before the worldwide launch of Black Ops 7.
I'm excited,
First off,
man.
just a huge thank you to the community. We've been making a ton of improvements to this gigantic game with multiplayer, zombies, the epic campaign. There's so much to talk about, and the team is ridiculously proud of this game. Right now, we're going to talk a bunch about the changes that are coming for day one and some teases about some stuff that is coming post-launch.
So the team has been very hard at work taking in all of the data coming out of the beta. The goal is really the most balanced meta for day one in multiplayer. We've got a ton of changes. There's been a huge pass across all attachments and weapons. Attachments specifically, we're doing a big balance pass because you can kind of index more on damage range, bullet velocity, movement speeds. So we're trying to find that right balance kind of at a baseline because you can index more and kind of stack more of those attributes compared to Black Ops 6. Additionally, SMGs have also had a big adjustment kind of coming out of the beta. Obviously, we had a small amount of weapons in the beta, but taking a look at that data and applying that across the board, we want to make sure that SMGs kind of live in their perfect window at their desired range, while also giving weapons like assault rifles and marksman rifles the kind of breathing room that they need to have.
I like that the beta really helped them try to figure this out.
That we're excited about is the complete rework of our shotgun damage tuning. So before, we were kind of relying just on pellet damage, and that was capped at 4 pellets. Now we have 2 sources of damage for shotguns, both baseline damage value and then the pellets, and then we've increased the cap on that pellet damage. And what that's going to do is give the team a much more granular ability to tune those shotguns, and for the players like yourself, that will result in a more consistent shotgun damage output.
So obviously that's a ton of info. How are our fans going to get all the details though?
So I would direct everyone to the full patch notes for all of the nitty-gritty details. Another fun one is we've made a huge pass on our weapon XP earn rates. So if you're comparing to Black Ops 6, you will max level a weapon about 25% faster than you did last year.
Hold on. I like that, man. Listen, I'll say this. Last year when Black Ops 6 came out, I did feel it was a bit slow. So everybody was getting their double XP from, I believe it was, not Pizza Hut, Caesars. Little Caesars Pizza. We were getting our double XP because we were just trying to level up fast, man. And I'm not a person who does camo grinds, but I was literally trying to grind every gun to max it out so that way I could get every attachment and I could prestige. So they're saying the guns are going to level 25% faster. That's a good thing, bro. I like that.
Made a lot of changes to some of the objective placements with overload, search and destroy bomb sites, and of course, we've taken a look at every single spawn point on every single map to ensure the best possible.
Oh, that's a big one because spawning sucked in the beta. Again, it's a beta, so they're just collecting data, and it seems like I said before, they're really diving deep and getting all that info for what was like 2 weeks. I'm impressed.
Spawns on day one launch of multiplayer. Coming out of the beta, everybody had a lot of feedback on doors. We said this before, but the team has also went through every map again to make sure that we can remove as many doors as possible where it makes sense. And then, of course, we've been making lighting passes to ensure that signature Black Ops vibrancy for the launch of Black Ops 7.
So 20v20 skirmish.
Yeah, so the team has been hard at work on making a ton of updates to Skirmish 20v20. We're very excited for everyone to get their hands on it on day one. So some more exciting details for our brand new 6v6 overload, and of course, the new third mode for CDL and competitive. We've gotten a lot of feedback coming out of the beta, and of course, our time with the pro players and the CDL. Coming in season 1, we've now got the ability to force a pistol when you pick up the objective overload device. And then we've reworked our overtime mechanic to allow for some more exciting plays. So this one will, if you are down by 1 and you are holding the objective when the round ends, we're actually going to give you a little bit more time to try to push that objective forward and capture, at which point it will go to that fun sudden death overtime. Those are the big changes coming for season 1 and overload. The team has been hard at work across all game modes, including overload, on some more tuning changes. So we've got some fun changes for perks. The first of which, we've increased the minimap visibility radius for the perk Vigilance. Our brand new perks, Blast Link and Charge Link, have increased score assist radius. We've increased the elimination assist event score for Tactician Specialty. And then don't forget about all of the changes that we made based off of your feedback coming out of the beta for perk distribution and some of those combos to make for chunkier perks. So for equipment, we're actually reducing how long your HUD is scrambled when you get hit by an EMP grenade. For the needle drone lethal, we're increasing the range at which you'll see the HUD warning, just so you're a bit more aware of when those bad guys are coming your way. We're making a big pass across all field upgrades on their charge and earn rates, so you can get those a bit more consistently. For score streaks, one that I'm personally excited about is we've drastically improved the messaging when you earn those. I'll speak for myself. I earn a lot of score streaks, so I want to make sure that I don't miss those notifications. And then we've made a big pass across hits to kill for all score streaks to make sure that everything's kind of in a really well-balanced state there. And another really exciting one is we've made a pass for all of our overclocks across lethals, tacticals, field upgrades, and score streaks. So you're going to be earning those overclocks a little bit more quickly and more consistently. Obviously, we're very excited about the next.
So I will say, it seems like everything's leaning towards a faster play style or faster gameplay style. And that's what I like about Call of Duty. I like the arcadey, very quick in and out type of gameplay. Now, they're going to talk about movement. I did read that on Twitter, a lot of the movement with like the sliding and the mantling has slowed down a bit. I don't know if this is going to be good or bad, and I don't know if this translates to Warzone down the line, but let's see what they have to say.
Level Omni movement with the addition of wall jump. The team's been hard at work, some of which we've talked about, the improvements on the consistency and the fluidity for mantles coming out of the beta. And then, of course, we're continuing to take a look at our slide tuning, just making sure we're in a really good spot to where you don't feel forced to have to use that in an engagement. And like always, we will continue to work with you on our movement tuning in post-launch.
The team's obviously been pushing on visuals, audio, just overall fidelity of our animations, visibility. So much work has been going in, and we're really excited for everyone to get to see all 18 of our multiplayer maps. Before we jump to zombies, I want to make sure the fans also know that with Endgame, we're going to have additional content coming to Season 1. More coming on that soon.
So that's it for us for the MP portion of the Dev Talk. We're going to throw it over to Kevin to talk about zombies.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kevin Drew, Design Director for Zombies, and today we're going to talk about updates that are coming for Day 1 Black Ops 7 Zombies. Weapon updates since beta. We looked at Legendary Rarity and Pack-a-Punch level 3 damage values, and we did determine that they were a little low, so we increased those multipliers for assault rifles, SMGs, marksman rifles, and shotguns. So Pack-a-Punch SMGs got a damage buff in the short range by 50%.
I like that.
Bullet penetration now works as intended, so you're going to see bullets penetrating a lot more zombies than you did in beta. And then we did slight buffs for the Pack-a-Punch versions of the MXR 17 and the Dravik 45. So just a couple of reminders about curse mode. The first is that the score feed is now next to the portrait. So if you think back to the older Black Ops Zombies games, the points will pour out next to the portrait. The mode is actually going to default off the minimap, the score feed, and health bars. And we're aiming to unlock curse mode for everyone within 24 hours after somebody has completed the main quest in Ashes of the Damned. For save games, we're actually going to have one save for round-based zombies and one save for Dead Ops Arcade, so you don't have to worry about losing progress in one mode
I like that.
if you're making progress in the other.
Even though I might not play the other like zombie arcade mode, I will give it a try, but it's never been like a fan favorite for me, at least. I don't know about everybody else. There's a reason why they're bringing it back, but I don't know how successful it would be. But I like that there's separate save files, which is pretty cool.
So one thing we actually changed and updated from the beta is related to exfil, which is the widget. We wanted to make sure it's very clear to players how the new exfil works. Somebody will interact with the exfil point, and then that will trigger a vote for everyone in the game. And the reason for this is basically you have to answer a simple question. Do you want to leave this game right now, either through success or failure, or do you want to stay and continue to play? And so anyone who opts in is going to end their game. Anyone else who doesn't can continue to play, but they can also help those people exfil. You might have noticed.
Hold up. Before, it was like majority wins, right? So let's say there's a squad of 4 people and 3 say yes and 1 doesn't. Usually, I remember, if I'm not mistaken, they would just exfil and you are forced to exfil. So now what they're saying is, if that were to happen, those 3 people can exfil and you help them exfil, but you yourself can stay. That's interesting. I like that.
This in the beta, but we also made some changes to the mystery box from Black Ops 6. We removed melee weapons, we removed score streaks, and we actually added ether tools, so you can increase the rarity of the weapon you already have sometimes. It's in general, we want to make the mystery box more desirable across the entire game.
That makes sense.
So another thing that wasn't in the beta, but will be live on day 1, is the ability to crush gobblegums for just raw essence. So any gobblegums that you don't like, you actually have the option to bring them in and crush them and just convert those into essence. And then the rarity will determine how much essence you can get. So
I like that.
There's additional value in every gobblegum now. So the main quest is going to be going live for everyone November 14th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So be ready, get the layout of Ashes of the Damned, and be prepared to start the hunt November 14th Pacific time. So the team's incredibly proud of Ashes of the Damned and its main quest. This community continues to surprise us in how fast they can solve things, but what I will say is that this is a massive map and it's a massive quest. And that combined with Cursed is going to leave a lot to discover for the community. So we're excited to be launching our biggest round-based zombies map ever, a survival map, one of many to come. And of course, Devil's Arcade 4, which is our biggest version yet, and for the first time has a casual mode for new players and shared experience as well. So no matter where you're playing, you're gonna be ranking up. Including the launch content and what comes in Season 1, we're gonna have 2 full round-based zombies maps, as well as 3 survival maps. It's gonna be a lot of fun to watch everyone play on day 1.
Wow,
Don't worry, we'll be back.
So much content for zombies. It's insane, right? Like, I didn't think all of this stuff will be available. And the whole thing about casual, right? Like, we saw casual come into Warzone. There's really no casual multiplayer. But to hear that there's, like, this casual zombie mode, I'm interested, man. The only reason why I'll be interested, and I'll tell you why. 1, I do not have a squad. If I do have a squad, we're not playing casual, right? But if I'm looking to just level up real quick, I'll go into the casual zombie. Maybe I don't even need to do, because I'm a zombie professional. I will say I never find Easter eggs. I always got to go on YouTube and look up some streamer or someone who posted like all these Easter eggs, and that's how I figure things out. But if I find a good team and we could do it together and do it on our own, I'm all for it.
With more dev talks, keep a lookout for the day 1 patch notes, and we will see you all online.
So I like what they're doing here, man. They've been very transparent, even on Twitter. People had some confusion about the multiplayer and if it's going to be kind of like what we saw in week 2 of the beta, where they kind of removed skill-based matchmaking. There are 2 different playlists, they said, and they were quick with it because there was a post that went out, and then like hours later, Treyarch put another post to clarify things, which I thought was great. And I feel like this is good, man. I'm excited for this game, November 14th. And for those going to New Zealand, November 13th, let me know in the comments below. Are you excited for this game? What are you going to be playing first? Is it going to be campaign? Is it going to be zombies? Is it going to be multiplayer? Let me know. But that's it for me. I'm excited for this. I'll see you guys soon. And until next time, keep gaming. Peace.